key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekko Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck math because he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up, backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece to the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
You just got here. How the fuck what? I'm confused. How the fuck what? Got here with 11 on the clock. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Zero idea what you're talking about. Welcome. Welcome in. I added a little piece to my collection. I was telling my wife kind of how I was planning on doing this, and I think I mentioned it yesterday in the chat too, but I'm gonna have all my this case is gonna be mainly to display my my upper echelon of graded cards when I start getting, quite a few of them back. The ones that are in there will probably stay in there because those are freaking amazing. But when I start getting more back, I have to be a little bit more discerning on which ones go in the case or whatever. I'll probably keep one of each of the boxes that I have. These aren't all the boxes that I have, but I just put some in there. But I'll put one of each of the boxes from the different card games that I have. And then here, the reason I'm bringing it up is because I have this cool little box here. So that's for Riftbound. It's some sort of collaboration that they did. I don't know if it's considered a collaboration, but it's like homage to the World Finals, right? The game just started, Riftbound just started, and then the World Finals is typically close to the end of the year, like in October-ish time. October, November, I think. So they put something together. It's pretty dope. It's actually crazy. There were $100, and they were limiting it to 2 per like account or whatever. So I was only able to get 2 of them. I would have got 10 of these bitches if I could, but they limited them. I don't know what they're going for, but when it was pre-sale before they actually sent them, because I just got it. So I did this back in like the beginning of November, maybe October or something like that, when you pre-ordered it, and then we got them in December. And before they were actually delivered, they were like, because on TCG Player, they only let you pre-order, or excuse me, they only let you post an item that's pre-ordered that hasn't been released yet, right? So if that makes sense, they only let you post an item that hasn't officially been released. If you're like a certified hobby shop, right? So like an actual brick and mortar hobby shop. So there were only like 3 or 4 shops on there that were posting them, and they were selling them for like $700 or some shit like that. They've come back down ever since they were actually released, and they let like the general public post them. but they're still like 200, 250. And I genuinely think if Riftbound picks up like it definitely can, that thing, I mean, the first one of the first big things that they came out with is that thing's going to be massive. So I'm hoping, at least, wishful thinking. Speaking of Riftbound, I ran out of packs in the box that I had opened, which that box wasn't that great. It still has some good hits in it, but whatever. But I have some of these booster or these boxes that they're starter decks. I have two of these Victor ones, which were the most popular out of the four. I think they had Victor, Jinx, Lee Sin, and I'm fairly certain they had a um, Volley Bear. I think they only had four. Maybe they had a Yasuo. I don't know for sure. But they also have a booster pack in them. So I wanted to open a booster pack. So I'm going to open one of these. The other one I'm going to keep sealed. This is the only one that I had two of. So that's why I'm willing to open one of these. I'm going to weigh them. I had to bring both of them. So I'm going to weigh them, see which one is heavier. Then we'll open the booster pack from that one. And then we'll do exactly what we did yesterday. We got two of each of these different packs. Or excuse me, two from a bunch of different sets. We have OP13, OP12, OP11. I didn't realize we had them hitting in order like that, right? We're just missing 9. So 13, 12, 11, 10, and then 8. Missing 9. That's okay. The OP09 is pretty... Actually, I think OP10 is more popular than OP09, but whatever. Who fucking cares? That's what my shop had. And I had been fiending for packs forever. We're only 2 days away. 2 days away from pre-release of OP14, and I am freaking out of my mind. Like, I am so pumped. So I'm just kind of getting ready. I'm excited for that. We'll have a lot of fun opening a box on Friday. Maybe one box. No, I'm not gonna do 2 boxes. We'll see. Shit, if I fucking start, maybe I'll start drinking some wine while I'm having my boxes. Fiend dealing with a weird seller on eBay. Dude, this reminds me, Finn, your story reminds me of a story that someone at my card shop brought up. So there's this couple that go down there. They're a husband and wife, and they're down there pretty religiously. And so this was a couple months ago. Like I'm sure it had to have been before OP13 because I really hadn't gone for OP13. So this had to be back in like October-ish sometime. But they had mentioned the wife. I was talking to the wife, and she said that the Soge King manga card was the husband's favorite manga, and like prior to this time period, there were mangas that were worth way more, and then there were some mangas like the Soge King that was relatively cheap for a manga, right? It was running like $300 or something like that. And I don't know what happened, what the spike was. People were blaming it on like the Poke Bros or whatever, right? People just kind of like buying out all the mangas. People that have like a lot of money, they're buying all the mangas so they can monopolize it and drive up the price. This is all theories, so no one really knows why. Maybe the game just got super popular, which is kind of what I'm thinking / hoping. But anyways, so this was happening right around this time where there was a spike. Literally all the mangas were getting purchased from TCG Player. Anyways, she had bought the manga Soge King for like 300, 350, somewhere around there, and her order hadn't been shipped yet or whatever. And they typically, TCG Player, they require you. It's pretty soft like that. I've missed the deadline, the 48-hour deadline, and they haven't really punished me or done anything for it. They haven't really even said anything. And anyways, she said that like a she said some time had passed and they canceled and they no actually no here's what happened, excuse me. She did get the order. She did get the order, but it wasn't the manga Soga King. It was just the alternate. So the manga, even even though this was one of the cheapest mangas there was, it was still $300, and the Soga King alternate art was like $25, right? So she paid $300 for this card, got a card for $25, right? Or a card that was worth $25. So she was fucking pissed. This was right when PRBO2 came out, because I remember what happened. So this was right when PRBO2 came out. And so she's like, "This isn't the fucking card I ordered." And they're like, "Oh, we're sorry. A new person mistakenly sent you the wrong card." And the the Soge King was going for like $900 at this point, right? Because there was a spike, and I'm talking about the spike was overnight for these cards. It was very very quick, and she had bought it for $300. And what happened essentially, they were what I'm thinking, right? I'm still theorizing and all that stuff. No one has any proof, and she's kind of in agreement. But they just sent this card, and she left a scathing review. And review is extremely important for online card shops and online shops. Just everybody fucking needs positive reviews these days. So the stuff is very important. So she wrote this scathing review apparently, and they were like, "Can you please undo the scathing review? Blah blah blah. We'll send you boxes of PR. We'll send you a free box of PRBO2." I think they refunded her. I'm assuming they fucking refunded her money. I think they were gonna like trying to sweeten the deal with a box of PRBO2 or something like that for her to take away her negative review. But um, yeah, it's what you're saying. Like it's actually very cringe where card shops see the price of something go up, and they screw the customer by not sending the card and saying they're out of stock, or they send the wrong thing. And when she's like, "Okay, it's fine. You sent me the wrong one. Send me the right one." "Oh, we don't have any more. We don't have any more. We sold them out. We sold them all." Right? So whatever. Card shops like that. My shop don't do that. The Will of E-Cards. Look me up on TCG Player. But yeah, I wouldn't do that to people. It's not, to me, honestly, it's not that important. Um, but anyways, sorry about that, man. I hope everything kind of gets worked out. I'm gonna start doing this. I don't have any cool stories or anything to tell today. I didn't do anything. Worked. I'm just super pumped about tomorrow, or excuse me, 2 days from now, Friday. I haven't gotten any. Emails. Typically, we get emails like the 2 days before, like Wednesday. But sometimes I've seen it come on Thursday. I think for OP13, for the one shop that I did pre-order, because I forgot to order at my other shop. But the one shop that I did pre-order at, they sent me an email Thursday confirming that I was able to get a box to pick it up on Friday. So we'll see. I'll see if I get any emails. May get some emails, and they might go to spam. So I'll check that, and then I'll be on the lookout tomorrow to ensure that I get my email to confirm that I can go pick up a box on. And even if I don't get a fucking email, I'm gonna be calling their asses. So might just show up and say, "Hey, I'm here for my box. Give me my goddamn box." Man, I'm sorry that happened. That dude sucks. People are opening OP14 like on other channels. I mean, like the shops have them. I'm sure that if you have a good enough relationship with somebody at a shop, I have no doubt that people can get the product, a couple of days early. That's fine. I guarantee you that some shops have gotten their product, and they're giving it out to their boys or whatever. Which whatever, if I had a fucking connect at the shop, I'd want my shit early too. But you know, I don't have any yet. I don't have those connections, so we gotta wait till pre-release, the official pre-release, which is still nice because we don't have to wait until the actual release, which is a week from Friday. So we do get it a week early, which is still pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna weigh these packs real quick, and then I'll switch over. Okay, so 242.93, 243.85. Okay, so this one's about a gram heavier. So we will open this one. Three chopper cards in it that you got to get from OP14. I honestly am not super familiar with all the cards yet. Like it's so funny because because I have been doing my orders because I've been like kind of backlogged on the orders, and so today I got caught up, which is nice. There are 4 orders that came through today that I haven't done, but everything else I've gotten done. And I have everything in like this box. My wife gave me this box or bought me this box because before I had them in like those cardboard dividers or whatever. And my wife bought me like a couple of these very nice card holders that have like 4 individual rows of cards. And so I'm just like, I just like know where the cards are in there because I have them ordered perfectly, like they're in their set, so they're all like bunched in their set, and then they're in numerical order at that point. So, and I just kind of know where the card is. It's not 100%, but I kind of have a feeling of like where the card is in the row, so I kind of like pick up a couple of them, and I'm like, okay, bam, this is what it is. So, anyways, I get familiar with the cards when I've been looking at them, when I've been opening a ton of packs and boxes and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not super familiar with OP14 yet because I obviously haven't opened a lot. Some of the more popular cards, I'm not saying Chopper ain't popular, but like a lot of the popular cards, I'm familiar with. Um, yeah, I'll be seeing which Chopper card you're talking about. A Don Chopper card. I think the Don card. Well, I think there's two. One is for EVO4, but the OP14. I don't know if that one's a Chopper, but the OP14 Don is a Dracula Mihawk Don. But I don't know. Maybe it's the EVO4 Don. Egghead Don. Alrighty. Man, I really cannot wait for OP14 to actually officially re-release. I obviously want to get boxes so I can have like products and stuff to open because I'm super pumped about it. But when OP14 actually drops, there's so much shit that's coming out. I am absolutely like ecstatic for it. All right, so since we're opening a box, we're opening something. We'll take a peek in there. So this is the deck here. Then there's like a play mat back here, a how-to, and then a booster pack. So I'll probably leave everything else sealed. I went to my card shop yesterday and actually got to play, like I mentioned, and I had asked about Riftbound to see. Ooh, and it has a box, a deck box. That's awesome. I'm gonna leave that in there though. But I had asked about Riftbound because they do their Riftbounds on Friday. I think they combine it with like Magic or something, which is absolutely insane. I'm like, Magic is like the holy grail of this stuff. I can't believe it actually has to share a day. But anyway, she said it was very popular. And at this last tournament, they ended up having like 20 people or something like that, which for just a regular ass Friday tournament, like we typically get at the One Piece tournaments at that same shop, we typically get between like 12 and 16 people, right? That's a pretty average, around 12 and 16 people. And to have this game just starting and it already seeing 20 people, like I think it's going to do awesome. I think the game is going to do awesome. I think it's already doing extremely well. We can tell by how hard it was to get product for Riftbound. Oh, sorry. But yeah, that's why I'm really hopeful that Riftbound becomes popular. A, because I'm a greedy bastard and I want some of this stuff to sell for a whole bunch of money. So these boxes, you can't see them, but I do have a couple of the Riftbound boxes, the Origins. I have a couple of the Riftbound Origin, so that's their first set. And for One Piece at least, their first set of boxes right now, I mean, we're 3 years later, but still, 3 years isn't that long of a time. They're selling for $5,000. One of their boxes from One Piece is selling for $5,000. So, shit, if Riftbound really picks up in a couple years, those boxes could be worth some money. Oh, the Egghead Don with Chopper in it. Alrighty, so this is from the Victor starter deck. And this will probably be the last, unless I find some out in the wild, but this will probably be the last pack of Riftbound I open until the second set comes out. So, man, this is actually, I'm getting emotional here, man. I love you, Riftbound Origins. But, no, this will probably be the last pack that I open now that I kind of sit and think about it. Again, until I'm sure in the future, it'll become available maybe. Some of these packs will become available to buy like out in the wild or whatever. But until next time, my friend. Until next time. And from here on out, it'll be Spirit Forge. I think that's what the next set is called. Arena Bar. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. All right, give me some good shit. Give me some good shit here, okay? Raging Firebrand, not good. Oh, hell yes. Golly, look at that. Unchecked Power. So this is one of the... First off, just look at that motherfucker. It's just like a fucking ray of this sunshine blasting in this person's face. This looks amazing. And I like the quote here. It's just, that's enough. Unchecked Power. This card is I think this card is like the most popular card right now. It kind of alternates. If you ever looked at TCG Player and sorted by like the most popular cards or whatever, it does fluctuate. Like a lot of times there is one consistent card, but this one is one of the top sought after cards. And best part about it is I don't have it, so I won't be selling this. Obviously, I will not be selling this card, but just trying to complete my collection as much as possible is amazing. So I am very, very happy that I opened that pack. Right? It ain't like one of the signature things, but I did hit a signature from one of these boxes in the first set. I'm very pumped about it. It's getting graded right now. It's a part of one of those. It's a part of the few cards that I got started yesterday that actually got approved, and they're going through the process right now. So I'm excited for that. I do want to still put a. Then we get a recruit. I still want to put this in a. I'm gonna put this in my book, but I still need to put it in a sleeve. Let me grab a sleeve. I'm gonna grab a couple sleeves because we're getting hits tonight. Alright, what does this card even do? What does Unchecked Power even do? Let's see. Exhaust all friendly units, then do... Holy shit. First off, sorry. So it's a 7 cost, 2 power spell. Exhaust all friendly units, then deal 12 to all units at battlefields. I don't know of any. I think maybe one volley bear like champion has like 13, can get up to like 13 um, health or might or whatever it's called. Yeah, I think there's only one that I've seen. So that pretty much kills just everything. Exhausts all friendly units. I don't know why that would matter. I don't know why that would matter, exhausting all your own units, because they're just going to die. I guess maybe your units at base. Maybe your units at base, if they're active, it wipes everything out at the battlefields, and then you go. I don't know, but the card is popular. I can tell why, because Jesus, that is a freaking crazy ability. Okay. My eyes, yeah, exactly, my eyes. Well, that's unfortunate. When did you place this order? Because that just means my shit is gonna take a long ass time. It took almost 2 months for my Luffy to come back, and I paid for the like the not the basic one, but the one that said they'd get it back to you in 20 to 25 days, or 20 to 25 days, like the level up. So it isn't like the basic one. Oh my god, that is that is horrible to see. And we're in January. Yeah, I'm not getting my shit until April. I'm not getting my shit until April. So I did the basic one with subgrades my um for my third order. So this was the first order that I did with Beckett. Then my second order was the one where I sent the 3 signed, so the two special print Shanks, blah blah blah, whatever. So 4 cards I sent. I sent those. I had the subgrades done. Then I sent 25 cards and had the subgrades done. And then this most recent set that I sent of 25, I didn't add the subgrades because if you hit a 10, they automatically will give you, or they'll automatically charge you for the subgrades or whatever, which I'm like, if it's not a 10, who fucking cares what the subgrades are, in my opinion. I mean, I guess not a 9.5, it is really nice. But when you hit a 10 and they make you put the subgrades in there, like, hell yeah, I'm going to pay an extra $3 because I got a 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's good news. But it saved me like $100. Yeah, it saved me about $100 when I submitted this order versus the previous order that I sent in. Just not having the subgrades. And again, like I said, if we do hit 10s, they charge you for subgrades anyways. Yeah, so 25, 32. That's pretty light. Man, 2 legends have been 57. 2 legends been not too great. 63. 89. OP13 doing this damn thing. What was that, 88th and 89? I will say it was 88th and 89. All right. So we got them in order. 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. So we got them in numerical order. Unchecked power. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on how many cards you send, right? Because the first one that I did, I sent only 1 card, right? And so, like, that's not that big of a deal, right? It's $35. I mean, you have to pay for like shipping and all that shit. So it ended up being like $70. Plus, I had to pay to have it shipped down there. So it ended up being like right at $100, maybe a little less than $100 in total to get it down there. But that's for 1 card, right? I can't do that for 25 cards, right? So so when I do have like a special card that I want to send, like that one, if I do any crazy hits, or if I have any crazy hits that I'm like, I just need to send this one down there by itself to get graded ASAP, then I'll do that, the 25-day one. But our shit even faster if it's like if I ever get that red Luffy or whatever, or one of the red mangas, I would definitely send that bitch down there. Like you know, they have like 7 day turnaround times, for like $150 or something like that. So I would do that for that. But for the bulk ones, I sent 25 down there for like $450. It's not bad, right? It's not that bad. You know, I was going back and forth between, do I want to submit? I know I said I was going to submit some cards this week, but this week's been super busy with other shit going on, like everything breaking down. Um, but I was thinking, I was like, man, do I really want to spend $450 and then have to spend a bunch of money on boxes? Because I'm going to buy a shit ton of boxes this weekend. I'm going to spend probably like $1,000 on boxes at least, in the next week. So I'm like, do I really want to do that? The answer was hell no. It's fine. We don't have to deal with another Electric Luna. This is actually very nice. I really think all of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 7 or less will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. This can be so devastating, honestly, especially if you have like a bunch of lower cost characters out there. This card can be so devastating. All of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 7 or less will not become active for just 3 Dawn. And like I mentioned yesterday, Carrot is supposed to be making a huge comeback in this next set. Which one is OP08? So we will see. What are you sending in? What did you send in? The one on October 24th. I know we were talking about the Blackbeard. Is that the one you're still waiting on? Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? Okay, Riftbound boxes are becoming a bit cheaper. They're $250 now. Sheesh. That Timo thing is awesome looking. Actually, I want to see what this box is running. My bad, y'all. Okay, those boxes are running for about $220 right now. Damn, these Victor decks are running for $44, $45, and I just ripped one. Sheesh. Man, they sell them pre-sales on the booster packs for $13. Come on, y'all. People just are fucking shitty, man. Okie dokie. Oh man. Hopefully it's taking a long ass time because they have to do like special shit with the black label. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of my rationale, right? Yeah, it's taking so long because they have to do like special stuff with black label. So you're gonna get a black label back, guaranteed. I don't know if you look at I don't know if it's been graded already, and if you look at the gradings online or whatever, but I'm telling myself that I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to look at the grades online. I'm going to wait until, I get them back and I do it on stream. Because it was fun it was very like, it was a lot of excitement that was built up. And I would just want to do that with a bunch of cards. That would be so fun. So, Beyond. Okay, what is this? OP10, right? Yep. Smiley. Damn the Ponko. OP10. Where you be? Alright, OP11. OP11. So are you gonna see? I mean, I don't know if you stream or anything like that, or if you want to have the excitement of it coming home and you opening it, unboxing it or whatever. But are you gonna check to see what the grade is when they have it graded? Zephyr. Ishalili. Some of these cards are cards that I need some more of. Megalo. Smoke Niji, Arlong, and Shirley. Funny enough, I actually need a Shirley because I, again, oversold my Shirleys, and I had to use the only one that I had in my collection. So, collector of me is happy. Do I have an OP11? I don't have an OP11. How do I not have an OP11 stack? That can't be right. It's all OP08. Yep. Okay, OP12. What do I want from OP12? I would take another one of those, Zoros. Oh, son of a bitch. Motherfucker. That's why this bitch was so heavy. It's a damned Don pack. Yeah. I understand, man. Trust me. Mine was in there less time than yours was by a couple weeks. Oh, I know. Ooh, we got a DMG though. And a hack. You know your boy loves some hack. I think hack might have to get replaced though. God, it's so good. KO 20 your opponent's characters with a base cost of 4 or less. So good. So good. OP12. Alright, here is OP13. Okay. No red backs. So I go through a lot of packs, right? And like the name of the game are the hits, right? You want to get all the hits, and you want every pack to be hits. That's just not how it works. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And so it's really funny because when I go to the card shops or whatever, these people are into the game like me. You know what I'm saying? Like they're ripping packs and they're kind of like they're talking about how they're plotting on what they're gonna do, and they talk about for the new sets, and then they're talking about the previous sets and things like that, and they're kind of breaking down what they had gotten, their big hits over the set. And when you take a step back and you look at the set in hindsight, because like you're like, oh my god, it's taken forever, I've opened so many packs and I haven't gotten any real hits and blah blah blah. But if you take a step back and you look in hindsight, like what am I trying to say? Like when I take a step back and I look at it in hindsight, these sets have been really, really good to me. You know what I'm saying? Like OP12 was amazing, right? I hit 3 of those special print Zoros. I hit Dead Man's Game. I hit quite a few other things in OP12. In PRBO2, I hit Gum Gum John. I had 2 of the manga events, 2 out of 4 manga events. I hit what else did I hit? I hit the Shanks special prints. I hit some really good gold Dons. I hit the Boa and the Shanks gold Don, right? And then plus I hit, I think 4 or 5 other gold Dons. Those 2 are just like the supreme ones that I hit. Those 2 are the 2 most popular, or the 2 of the 3 most popular Dons. The first one being Nami, and then I was able to get 2 and 3 as far as popularity goes. So that's very awesome. So PRBO2 was really good to me. I hit some other stuff. I hit that Luffy, the Luffy from PRBO2, amazing. And then OP13, I was able to get this. I was able to get my most valuable card, and then I got a ton of other stuff from OP13 too. So it's like when you take a step back and you look at it, it feels like, oh my god, it's been forever since I actually got a hit. But you take a step back and you're like, okay, let me look at what I actually got from OP12, right? Let me look at what I got from PRBO2. Let me look at what OP13 gave me. I got so many leaders. I got so many alt leaders. I got 2 emus. I got the Roger alt, I got the Bonnie alt, and then I got the Ace alt. So the only two that I'm missing is the Luffy and the Sabo alt from OP14, or excuse me, OP13. Those are the only two that I didn't get. I got 4 out of the 5 alt arts for the 5 elders. So like it was a good set. The OP13 was a very good set. I'm not saying that that's it. That's all she wrote for OP13, but OP13 is a hard set to come by. But today is just man. Today I'm getting today's just kind of like a to the dead homies, because we're probably not going to be opening any Riftbound for a month until Riftbound 2 comes out, whatever the hell that's called, Spirit Forge or whatever. And then once OP14 comes out, we're going to be just off to the races with that. I'm sure, again, you know, I'll get a box of OP13 at some point that I can open, or some packs of OP13 that I'll open. But, you know, this is kind of like the last hurrah. The last hurrah. All right. Nothing in those packs. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I got enough for tomorrow, too. 26 even. Okay, so yesterday we hit a 26 on the Carrying On His Will, and we got a hit. 25.92. Okay, we got some heavy hitters. Come on, let's go. 68. That's relatively heavy from what we've been getting. Another 68. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Heaviest. 25.28. Damn. These OP08s are I only got one left of the OP08 for tomorrow, so I'll have to make up that with like a Pokemon pack or something. Every pack is going to be a hit. That's what I'm talking about. Every pack. All hits. Shit, we had those back-to-back hits yesterday. That was really cool. Man, I really need them to come out with a black stage for Rebel Army. People's dreams don't ever end. This is a very, very difficult card to run. Obviously, I'm a Blackbeard player. Or I played Blackbeard in the past. I haven't played it in a while, but so I've looked at this card quite a bit. So it's a 1-cost counter. Trash 1 card from the top of your deck. Blackbeard loves to trash the cards, so that works very well. If the trashed card has a cost of 6 or more, up to one of your leader or character cards gains 5,000 power during this turn. So it's a 1-cost 5,000 power boost. Typically it's 4,000 power, right? In a lot of instances, 1 cost 4,000 power buff, but this one is 5,000 power, but it's just risky, right? So if it's nothing, you get nothing. So it isn't 4,000 plus, you know, an extra 1,000 if it's a 6 cost or greater. It's just you get all or nothing. So that's it's very, very hard. But the trigger is awesome. Play up to 1 black character card with a cost of 3 or less from your trash. That's actually pretty decent. Blackbeard really doesn't have any great 3 costs and under, but whatever. That was 4 costs. This card would actually be a freaking banger. Is that uncommon? No, it's common. So, you know, Sweet Pea, a big girl. It's to die for. Ooh, Wiper. Apparently, Skypiea is going to be like maybe one of the. I think OP15 is going to be Skypiea based. So, getting some Wiper and some Sky Island cards. Page 1. Getting some Sky Island cards isn't bad. Is not the bad. Alright, we got the lightest one out of the way. Alrighty. What is OP10. Zorro. Scotch. Scotch on the Rocks. Caesar Clown. Giola, very popular card, especially with Doflamingo being a popular leader in this next set. Heart of the Cards. I choose you. Oh, speaking of the devil, Doflamingo. This ACOS Doflamingo, this isn't bad. This is, again, the Doflamingo, I believe it runs this one, because this one lets you play, yeah, this one lets you play a 5 cost or less. This is actually a really good card. I'm not going to consider it a hit, obviously. So it's ACOS 9,000 power. So that's good stat line just right there. On play, Don -1, play up to 1 Don Quixote Pirates type character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. So what people typically do or have done in the past, and I think it might be something they still do, is they play the Rosinante, the 5 cost Rosinante, which lets you, I can't remember, like on play, you get to activate some Don or trash some cards and draw some cards, some shit like that. But at the end of your turn, I believe you get to set up to 2 of your Don as active with the Rosinante. So that's a very, very good combination that people typically run. And again, Doflamingo is a leader that's coming out. Purple Doflamingo is a leader that's coming out in this next set, and this card is ran in that. So that's I'm actually happy with that. So we will take that. And that Giola too. That one sells pretty easily. What am I? I'm trying to think, have I created like divots? Yeah, I've created divots because I keep rolling into the same spot. I think I need to move around my legs. There we go. There we go. Get me nice and close. Nice and close. Alright, so OP11, this is where it all started. Maria, Maria. When this character is KO'd by your opponent's effect, you may trash 1 card from your hand and rest 1 of your Don cards. If you do, play up to 1 Fishman or Morpho type character card with a cost of 6 or less from your hand. That's just too much, right? It's just too much. You gotta fucking rest a Don card. You gotta trash a card from your hand. It's like, god damn, man. Oh, this isn't bad. If your leader is Shirahoshi, this character can attack. So it gets rush. Gets character rush, basically. So character rush is going to be a new... so up to this point, cards just had some sort of effect like this, right? If your leader is Shirahoshi, this character can attack characters on the turn in which it was played, right? So it's just specifically saying you can attack characters. Whereas when you have rush, you can attack whatever you want to on the turn that you're played. But this new keyword that's coming out in OP14 is rush character, or character rush. It's one of those two. And so that means that essentially is this exact same effect where it can't swing at your opponent's life, but you can swing at characters the turn that it's played. So it's pretty cool. They're coming out with new keywords all the time. I think there's multiple. I think there's another one that I can't think of off the top of my head. I know character rush is one. There's another 1 or 2. Oh, speak of the devil, Shirahoshi. There's a ton of Shirahoshi in this pack. See, another Shirahoshi. Yeah, there's Ancient Weapon Poseidon, Blue-Eyed Neptunian, Aladdin. Yeah, there was a ton of Papag. There was a ton of, like, I don't think they do that, but sometimes you do see those coincidences, we'll call them coincidences, where the whole package is based off, like, maybe a leader that you get in the pack. Like, these are all cards that get run, and I mean, they probably don't play real well like this one, but it was built for like a Shirahoshi deck, right? So half the cards in the damn deck were built for Shirahoshi, and we just so happen to get the leader. I think not. All right, we got the heavy boys here. The heavyweights. Let's get ready to rumble. Don't sue me, dude. Whatever your name is, Michael something. I think he has that trademarked. Whoops. Set Seto, Kaiba, Hiyori. Hell yes. Let's go. Michael Buffer, yeah, that's what it is. Let's talk about that Bartholomew Kuma that we just pulled, though. Hell yes, man. Oh, Kuma, I missed you, man. I it's been a while. It's been a while. I was hitting Bonnie's like I've said this before. Like the first, I think it was the actual first pack that I opened from OP12 was a Bonnie. So the ultra, the secret rare Bonnie, and what is 12? Yeah, it was a secret rare Bonnie, and then I just hit a ton of Kumas in a row. I think I hit like 5 Kumas. Like my next 5 secret rares were all Kumas, and then after that, the next like 5 were Bonnies. So I hadn't hit a Kuma in a while. So I'm actually very happy with this because Kuma is one of the best cards in the game. Like I cannot wait for them to make, like, if they make a manga of this thing. I don't know if they'll get to that point where they'll make a manga of it. Like he's not that popular. The card is very good though. The card is very good. Kuma as a character, he's had some character growth and development, especially over this Egghead saga or whatever. But anyways, the card is like the most popular. This card is like the #1 selling card in One Piece right now, and it's going for like $45. Like that, you don't see that with secret rares. So hell yes. Now I already got my playset of 4, so any other card that I get of this Kuma, I can potentially sell. So hell yes, let's go. I'm actually super pumped about that. All right. I would, you know what? I'm not gonna say that I would be super surprised because I did get a hit from the OP 11 yesterday. So I did get a hit from the OP 11, or excuse me, the OP 12, and then I got a hit from the OP 12 again. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Don pack. Let's see. I'm not looking. Is it a Don pack or a red back? Oh no, neither. It's neither. That's okay. See what we get. Koala. I was running this koala in my, and this koala actually came in pretty clutch. Yesterday. I had never really ran her before, but she actually played really well. I was happy with her. Pythagoras, Nico. Oh, Ethan Bannon, Venus Juro. Okay. All right. Heart of the cards. Let's get another hit. Oh, that's actually funny. We pulled the alt art of this yesterday. Then we get the original today. So not too shabby. Well, can't be mad on days like this. You cannot be mad. Now it wasn't all in One Piece, obviously, but we did get a couple hits. Got the Kuma. Such a good card. Let me go over this. Go over why this is such a good card. Just really briefly. 6 cost. So you can play it very early on in the game. 7,000 power. So that's a very good number. No leaders are, so this is going to be able to swing at any leader in the game, right? All the time. Obviously there are some leaders that can get up to 9,000 for a turn or two, but 99% of the time, this character is always going to be able to swing at the opponent's leader. So you're going to be able to swing. And 7,000 power is a very, very good stat line to be able to swing at leaders or other characters if you need to. All right, so, and it's not a brick in hand. There's a 1,000 counter on it too, that's amazing. On play, you may trash 1 card from your hand. Okay, that kind of sucks. Add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. So you gain a life automatically. You gain a life. Then this character gains +2 costs until the end of your opponent's next end phase. That really is a koala. This is really a koala specific effect, right? Because Nobody else cares that if this character gets to 8 cost or not. No, nothing else in the game cares if this gets to an 8 cost or not. Right? Like it may make something more difficult for your opponent for the first turn, so it can't bounce it. Right? It may do that, but no one really cares about getting this up to 8 cost except for Koala. Because when you have 2 8 cost characters on the board with Koala and you swing at your opponent's leader, you get to draw a card. So amazing. And then why this card is so sticky is because opponent's turn on KO, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. So if they KO it, they heal you. So not only do they have to do something, they have to figure out how to deal with this card by like bouncing it to your deck or trashing it is a way that people. There's not a whole lot of cards that trash. Like the Silver Israeli is probably the only one I can think of off the top of my head that just trashes a card instead of KOs it. But there's not a whole lot of ways around KOing a character. So this card by itself can give you 2 life. It's an amazing card, fantastic. I have loved that card since the card came out. It's always been a fantastic card. Just reading it is amazing. So that card is worthy of the secret rare status. And then we got this Unchecked Power, which is a showcase card. So that's the highest level of rarity, other than like alternate arts and stuff like that for Riftbound. So this is 7 cost, 2 power. So 7 cost and then 2 power is these 2 symbols here. You have to recycle those 2. You have to recycle 2 runes, and they can be active or rested runes. Exhaust all friendly units, then deal 12 to all units at battlefields. Absolutely, that just seems like very super powered. Dude, bro, it's actually funny because the Kumas are going for like $100. I think I saw maybe the Kumas are going for $100 depending on what they come back as. And like you're right, like I didn't know anything about getting cards graded either when I did it, but luckily I was at like this event, and these people, like these professionals, were telling me, what are some potential cards that I should send in. So I sent in that special print Zorro. I sent in the alternate art for the Dead Man's Game. And then I sent in an alternate art for the, what is his name? Gold Roger. I sent in the alternate art for that. So those ended up being some really good grades or whatever. But I'm looking on eBay, dude, and like people grade Kumas, and they come and you pay $25 or whatever to have it graded, and you sell it for $100. Like that's not horrible, right? So we can look at this. We'll look at TCG Player for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna jump off of here. I've been getting to bed too late. Let's see if this is set up right. It don't be set up right, of course. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we can look at One Piece, see what TCG Player is doing us for. I'll be deep into that into the lists, man. I look at this a lot. What did I tell you? Kuma is so popular. This thing has been coming up a lot. I don't know. This is a 2nd anniversary stamped promo. I'm assuming maybe from like some booster packs or some sort of like tournament packs or something like that. But Kuma just is consistently at the top, the most popular card that actually gets played in the game, and market price is $45. So let's see, what is this? Oh, somebody's trying to get rid of 5 of them. Sometimes you'll see people on here that are, they're just trying to make some money, which whatever. They're selling them for much cheaper than anybody else, $11 cheaper than anybody else, and he has 5 of them, so he's trying to make his money. Which, go ahead and make your money, playa. and then it goes to 45, and then it kind of slowly, gradually increases. But yeah, let's look at the full lifetime of this. But yeah, Kumas. Look how many Kumas were selling 892, and they were selling for up to $50. Right, Kumas were just going crazy. The card is just so good. It is so good. It's such a good card. Then here we go. Here's my baby. 11 listings from 1800. I wish I got a 10. People going crazy. Even a 9.5, somebody selling it for 5,000. God, just half a grade higher. Half a fucking grade higher. Oh well, it'd be like that. There will be more hits. There'll be some black labels. There'll be some. I'll get some good cards, and still this I could still probably sell that card for like $2,500 to $3,000 at this point, right? So I can't be too mad about that. What else do we got here? This is the winner stamped one, which is crazy. People go crazy over these. Like they have some sort of like they've been in the game for much longer, but people were really trying to get these. And these are free These are free packs that the winner gets. When you win a tournament, when you win one of the. So back for OP13, let me take a step back for OP13, and they do this for every pre-release like tournaments that you go to. Like they'll give you like the regular packs for just participating, then the winner gets a winner pack, and this was in the winner packs. So they just gave it to you basically. They got this for free and they're selling for like $370. That's crazy. But people were like buying them from other people, and they weren't selling for that when they were first giving the card out. People could probably buy it for like $5. So I'm gonna try and do that this time around. That card looks so good. It's my favorite card. That's all, folks. There's a special print buggy that is looking crazy. Like it might be my favorite card right now. It looks so good. Okay, I think I have this card, but I sent it off, so I'm not sure if it's a winner or not the winner. So we'll have to see when I get that back in, April. Oh, this is so hard to look at. This sucks to look at because I sold this card for like $60 back in, but the card was selling for like that. Like the card was selling for $60. I didn't. It's one of those things where I didn't realize what I had. So this was back in August, right? So let's see what the card was going for back in August. Yeah, because this is when I went to that. This is when I went to that. So I sold it for even cheaper than that. Son of a bitch. Yeah. So I think right around this time was when I was when I actually had the card. God, that makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. And to see this thing, but again, I was such a newcomer to the game. I didn't know what I had, and I do not think that the person ripped me off. I don't think that was the case. The card was just selling for, nobody can predict the future, but the card was just in the $30-$40 range when you look on TCG Player, and it was like that for a long time, right? It's just now that this card is like kind of busting. This card looks so good. Yeah, these are my babies right here. I did sell one. It went to so essentially the way eBay works is when you're selling, and I don't know if you guys have sold cards on eBay before, but so I sold the card, somebody bought the card, blah blah blah. And so I had to ship the card to an authenticator, right? And it's kind of crazy because I think the authenticator's in California, and the person that won the card is like in the Northeast somewhere, like New Jersey or somewhere over in the Northeast. So I have to send it to the West Coast to the authenticator, and then it gets shipped all the way back to, and then it gets shipped back up to the Northeast. But anyways, I literally just got an email today saying that it was authenticated correctly. So essentially, you just have to send it to the authenticator, making sure that you're not on no bullshit. And then they'll release the funds. I don't know when I'll get the funds, but here in the next couple of days, I'll get like $450 for selling the card. So it's going off to a good home. I'm hoping. I actually think it was a hobby shop that bought the card from me. because it was a hobby shop in the name. But yeah, I do. The only reason I sold it though is because I currently have two at PSA that are getting graded as well. So we will see. And after this, I don't want to call it a fiasco because it wasn't a fiasco. But after getting my nine back, and it's still a good card. Like I look at it and I am so grateful and appreciative, and I'm mesmerized by how good the card looks, even as a nine. Whatever, who cares? So I'm being very facetious when I disparage my nine from Beckett. But what it helped me understand is like everything is not going to come back perfect tens. It's not going to happen. I think I was a little bit naive because the first three cards that I had sent, all three of them came back, and I was like, oh shit, this will be easy. Everything will always come back tens, and life will be so wonderful and great. And so that's just not the case. Everything won't always come back tens. So I was pretty anxious to, sell one of the Zoros because I'm like, oh shit, I'll get three tens back easily, and that might not be the case. I'll get two tens from the ones that I have out. So I may not get two tens. I may not get a 10 back for my next ones, but I do have two of those coming back. So I'm still happy about that. Hopefully they're tens. If not, whatever. Porsche. This is becoming more popular because Foxy's supposed to get a ton of support. It's supposed to be a fairly decent leader here pretty soon. Marco. Binder set. Sheesh. Yeah, the Nami cards, you gotta hold on to the Nami cards, the Zoro cards, and the Luffy cards. Those are the ones. Maybe Boa, but I've seen Boa kind of go crazy too. But Nami's definitely like number one. Zoro is really good, and then obviously Luffy, he the king of the shit. This is good to see because when I first pulled mine, this thing was like, yeah, $13. I was like, God damn, why the fuck is this thing so low? So I was like, I wasn't too pumped about it, but it was actually the first alternate secret rare that I've ever pulled. Like I've owned that one before, obviously, but I bought that one, the alt art for the Goldie Roger. I bought that one for like $26, which is cool because as a 10 now, those are selling for like 300-ish dollars. Plus mine is signed, so but seeing this go up to 45 bucks is really, it makes me happy. I like seeing the cards that I have go up in value. Sue me. This one, I actually have like 4 or 5 of these Luffys, so this is pretty cool that they're going. And these were the ones that were just given out during the pre-release events. So 25 bucks is not too bad at all. I really want to buy some more of these Sabos. I have a whole play set of them, but I'm like, man, that card is so good. This card had that sent in. I'll be seeing it in a few months. I love the way that card looks. Wow, these promo Namis are going for $7. They give these out for free. They give them out for free at the tournaments. I have 2 of them, and they're still sealed in the pack. Boa. I can't believe the Zoros are going for more than the Luffys. 56 bucks. Again, these were given out for free. It's so crazy how these cards are going for so much when they're just given out for free. Like the Dodger Luffy was given out free. What's crazy is they were actually giving out a straw hat too with the LA Dodger emblem on it. But that's actually dope. That's actually really cool. Oh, this is my baby. Oh, it went down, I think. I felt like it was Am I tripping? Thought it was 400. Maybe it has been right here. Okay, maybe it was 200. And it crossed the $300 threshold. But yeah, that card, I'm pumped that I have that card. Again, that's like the second most popular card. So the manga, I'm trying to think. I think that's the second most popular card in from OP 13, or excuse me, from PRBO 2. So obviously the manga Sanji is the number one hit, and I'm pretty sure that's the number two. So being able to get that card, I'm very grateful for it. Hmm. Hmm. This PRB. So this PRB02 Doflamingo. Oh no, this one can't be played in this Doflamingo, in the new Doflamingo, because this one needs like a multicolor. If your leader is multicolored, add up to 1 Don so it can ramp. That doesn't make sense why they would do that. So it can't be played in its own Doflamingo deck. Pulled this. Yeah, I pulled this, which it's so funny. Like I think back, and who again, no one can really tell the future, but this card was selling for like when it first came out. It was when it first came out. It was high like all the cards do. What the hell? Shut your ass up and show me this price history. Okay, well, this card was selling for very, very cheap. So it started off like 150 bucks pre-release prices, and then everything started to go down, down, down. It hit like $70, and I was getting crushed because I pulled the card and I was like, oh, I want it to go up, obviously. And it was like $70, and if I knew what I knew, if I would have known then what I know now, I would have bought 10 of them bitches. And it's the one that I have right now is getting graded, so that'll be a few months. It really sucks not having the cards that I'm like looking at here on it. I'm like, oh man, I have this card, but I don't have it. It's off somewhere in somebody's freaking probably storage unit until they decide that they're wanting to look at it and grade it. But when I get it back, it is awesome. It is so cool to look at these cards, in their slabs or whatever. It's so amazing. So it is worth it. It sucks while it's gone, but in the big picture, if it's gone for 3 months, if I have it for 5 years or however long I end up having it, that's a very small price to pay. So yeah. Ooh, this ace is going up. I think I sent this ace off. Oh, this card. This might be one of my favorite cards. This card looks so amazing. This freaking Newgate looks absolutely amazing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Fiend, that's a good idea. I don't know how. I'll figure that out. I will figure that out. The getting the TCG thing in my description. That's a very very good idea, and I need to make a command to it too. I can work on that. That's my goal. I will work on getting like a command to do that. But this card looks so amazing. I actually hit this card from one of those tins that I bought from one of these. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I bought it from the what the hell is it called? The Barnes and Noble close to my house, because I did buy one or two of them from a Barnes and Noble when I was traveling. But I think the one that I opened was from the Barnes and Noble that's close to me. But it's funny because I was looking at this card like a day or two before I actually hit it, and first time I had ever seen it, I was like, this card looks fucking amazing. I love the way this card looks. It looks so good. And then I ended up hitting it like 2 days later out of one of those packs. So I was heavily played foil for one man. Oh my goodness, look how good this card looks. It just looks so good. Whitebeard is hanging out with the crew. And what's so crazy about this card is like they have the whole crew. Like the artwork on this thing is just a work of art, right? Whitebeard, we got Marco, Ace, Ezo. Let me see, who is this? Rakuyo. I think this is Fosa, Vista here. We have, I don't know him. Jozu. I think I know him, but I can't really see. But I did go through these before, and I knew quite a few of them back here, but I can't think of them right now. This is who is this? Oh, this is Hiruyo. What the hell is his name? I think I have his card here. You know what? It doesn't fucking matter. This is like Speed Jill. Yeah, so that's what's really dope about this card. It's like they went through here and they spent the time and the effort to paint in the whole fucking crew. Like that card is so good. I love that card. That card is amazing. And here it is again. So cool. I just saw this Sanji for the first time recently, but that thing looks so good. By recently, I mean a couple of weeks ago, but man, it's amazing. Roger? The alt Roger's going for 100? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. The alt Roger's going for 100 right now. Oh, Japanese PSA is going for 100, but still, these other ones are going for 100. Hell yeah. I have one of those getting graded right now. Oh, this is the alt Ace Sabo Luffy that I pulled yesterday. Ooh. Yeah, I think right when oh yeah, keep going up for daddy. I've said this before, but when this Bandai Fest or whatever happens in Vegas, because I'll obviously not have any tickets to it, but when the cards start coming out from that, I'm gonna try and buy as many as I can, because I think that those cards they just go up. They just go up and up and up. See, look at this. This is from the one in Dallas last year, and it's going for $160. Again, a free card that was handed out. My alt gold the Roger, $65. All right, what else we got here? That's something that's kind of annoying, is how this updates live. Like even when I click on next, it moves. You know, it updates. It's really, really annoying. It should freeze. Ben Beckman, I have that. I sent that off. I think I sent off a Kobe as well. I think I sent off a winter Kobe, but it was still in the package. I think I did. I think I sent that off. One of the OP12 release event winter Kobe's, and I didn't actually win the tournament. They just had two, and then they raffled off the second one. The winner won the first one, and they raffled off the second one, and I ended up with the second one. So I will not complain about it. Oh, this Sabo is pretty cheap. Oh, this might be something I buy just to have it in my collection. And then graded, of course. Nami going up $50. You're the one who should disappear. Keep going up. I have like 2 or 3 of those. I got this. Oh my goodness, I got this. Yeah, OP13 was pretty good. OP12 was good. OP13 was good to me. You know, it's only a matter of time. This is going for $33, $34. Wow. Have this, have this. Have that. I think I have 2 of these. carats going for 55. This is the buggy that I was talking about. This is the buggy that I was talking about that might be my favorite card in the game right now. And it's crazy because it's only an uncommon, but it's still a special print. Look how amazing this card looks. It's just, and Buggy, I hate Buggy. I don't really like him as a character because he's just a coward, but God, look how good this card looks. Oh my God. It's so unique looking. This card is, oh my goodness. And I'm mad at myself because I looked at the card. I remember when I first looked at the card, you know, before the boom happened, it was like right in this range, right? It was like 60, 70 bucks. I'm like, man, I can't see myself paying $70 for this card. And now it's like, you know, at least double the price. So yeah, and there was a PSA 10 that just sold like a couple weeks ago for like 130 or something like that. So I was mad to see that go without, you know, me really paying attention to it. I do not have that carrot. No, I don't. Chopper Don. Shout out Fiend. And Chopper Don. Gold Chopper Don, excuse me. That's pretty cool. All right, this is my last page, and I gotta go lay down or something. I'm getting tired. I say that, and I'm like, man, I want to look at another page. Holy shit! Look at this. This is a little too, like, I really like the artwork here, but this is okay. I see. I couldn't see what was going on in that last picture. Okay, I see it. Okay, this is dope looking. Cost of 8 or less. That's a very fucking good. Where is this from? What set is this from? Oh, OP05. Okay. You know what? I lied. I'm gonna do one more page. I'm addicted. What can I say? Sue me. Sue me. I need another page. I need it. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna try and get some. I'm gonna try and get these release event winners. Yeah, I wasn't around for OP11, so I don't. This card doesn't look familiar to me. As far as being an 11, I've seen the card before, but the it being a release event winner doesn't ring a bell. This is crazy. This is a card that I had sent in. I have this Rebecca that I sent in. This is something that you get from the packs. Oh, this is a winner. Man, these type of winners are. I need to get these winner packs, man. I was looking at the cards. I'm like, man, these cards do not look good. They brought in some anime artists from other mangas and had them draw. This is like, I can't remember what the name of this anime was. The illustrator of this card. It's another very, very popular anime. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, that card is very popular. Popular. You're gonna be popular. We're gonna go to page 20. Oh, I got this Usopp. I don't know if I've sent this Usopp in. I think I have sent that Usopp in already. What the hell is this? Holy shit, that's a dope ass Paradise Waterfall. I'm really thinking about trying to collect these live action ones because I do have one. Have the who do I have? I have the Zoro. The live action Zoro. Let me see if I can find him. Perona alternate art. Do I have this? I'm trying to think if I have the Perona alternate art. I don't think so. My Shanks Don. Winter Pack 2024. Okay, that was before. before your boy. Man, I'm 20 pages deep. I'm too into it. Sheesh. Sheesh. I'm gonna look for this live action. Yeah, okay, let me look for this live action cards and see. Zorro. What is... Let me see. It's not too bad. I think I bought the card for like a couple dollars. Like, yeah, it was less than $5. It's up to 15 right now. We'll call it 15 because I like to round up, make myself feel better. Okay, well, that is it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, thank you, obviously, for watching. I'm super grateful, super appreciative. We're going to do this same exact thing tomorrow, except for we won't be opening Riftbound. That'll be the only difference. And the day after is our Boxing Day. We'll be opening OP14. As long as I can get some. I'm kind of getting a little bit nervous now that we're getting closer, where I'm like, I've been promising that we'll open a box. As long as I can get a box on Friday, we'll be opening a box of OP14 on Friday. Shit, if I can get one tomorrow, I'll be opening one tomorrow, but I don't have any connections like that at the shops. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow and then the day after. Peace.